Bet. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
What's good?
Welcome to episode 99 of season 1 of Who Got the
Wow.
Aux
99.
podcast.
Damn.
To my right is Jullian. To the bottom is Wiggs. Not on purpose. That's how the server placed us. Shouts out to everybody that follow us on
What's good?
Instagram.
What's good?
Who Got the Aux? No spaces. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Twitter, WGT Aux. All those are Who Got the Aux? No spaces.
No
spaces, bro.
Aux.com. Episode 99, gentlemen, of season 1
Yes, sir.
of Who Got the Aux.
How y'all
Wow.
feeling about that?
So
How
would
y'all
you
feeling
consider
about
this
that?
the last episode of
Damn.
season 1?
No, I think 100. 100 is 100.
Oh,
is
okay,
last
that's the
episode.
last.
Yeah.
Okay.
100?
And season 2.
Then we gonna flip it over. We gonna flip the script on y'all. Man.
Flip it.
Exactly.
Flip it and dip it.
We're gonna
Bro,
we're gonna,
we like
we're
some-
gonna recap on 100 of all through the 100
A
episodes.
recap.
We're gonna do a recap. You know, we just gonna
You're
have
gonna-
fun. You know what
Are
I'm
we gonna
saying?
have to revisit some of your guys' beta test runs from
those
way back
might surface. Those might surface. I have all those on file.
way back?
That'd be fun. We could probably play some snippets and maybe do like a little blooper type deal,
Yeah.
or like a cringe-a-thon.
Cringe compilation.
Cringe compilation. Because it is. It's a very.
We could do
cringe-worthy
we
compilation.
could do maybe like how they always do, like the highlights of a whole season. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
2
we'll see.
years of highlights.
that's a lot of
We
fucking
missed our
episodes,
anniversary,
man.
by the way,
Goddamn.
too.
It
April
is.
30th was our 2-year anniversary, by the way. We just completely missed that. Which is crazy.
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, for April 30th to be such an important day, we just missed hella
Right.
shit on April 30th.
Well, I mean, come on, man. I mean, we in a pandemic right now. Everyone got a lot of shit going on.
True.
If there's
Yeah.
any time this would be acceptable, it's now. So I don't even try. I'll charge that to the pandemic.
Charge it to the game.
Yes.
Charge it to pandemic.
I meant
But,
I meant to ask too, because I know your birthday.
Yeah.
We glossed over it, and I remember. I don't remember. Did you do anything, or did you get anything? This is a serious question. I'm not fucking with you. I don't remember.
Get anything?
Like
what you mean?
gifts, phone calls, nudes, anything for your birthday?
Oh,
Somebody send some nudes. Some
yeah, it
photos?
was a good night. Yeah, it was a good night. It was a nice calm night. You know what I mean?
Dope.
Leave it at that.
Leave it at that. Cool. Yeah. So, well, while we're talking to you, how was your week,
Yeah.
sir? How was your COVID week? How was your quarantine?
Ah, man, it's great, bro. Great. Work's slowing down, so it's starting to become a little bit like normal.
I wasn't expecting you
But,
to say
yeah.
great. Where great came from? That's interesting. Your whole mood has changed
What?
from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
to-
because
from the beginning
I'm not
to
a
now.
fucking slave. I'm not a,
Oh,
I'm not
for
a
work.
slave anymore, bro.
You talking about for
Yeah,
work?
that shit,
Oh,
was,
no.
that shit was hectic. Hell yeah, we had everyone coming in before the pandemic. So here's my theory on it.
Okay.
We were flooded every day. We've had 12 people each day. We're busting out like almost 100 cars a day, right?
Yeah.
12 people.
God
We're
damn.
talking no lunches. We're talking working all day, bro. It was hectic.
And they,
That
said,
is
and they
slave
said
work.
sign this waiver.
That is
Bro, I mean, but what can we do, right? We got to keep it. I
Yeah, you
understand.
gotta-
It's rough. We're doing this shit for the company that don't give a fuck about us. What
Right.
am I gonna do? My incentive is that I get a commission base off of each car.
Nice.
So this is money to me.
Right.
Fuck the corporation. I'm getting paid. But anyways, I'm thinking all the people that was like kind of like, no, let me hold off on doing my car because of the pandemic shit.
Right.
Now they're starting to let people are gonna start to get a little bit more relaxed with the situation. And they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna get my car. I'm gonna risk it. You know what I mean? I think that shroud of uncertainty, if you're gonna catch it or not, how fast it is to catch it, has kind of arose, and like people are like, I can kind of take my chances. I'm pretty sure it's safe enough. You know what I mean? With
Right.
precautions.
Right. Yeah.
So we're getting all those people that are taking those chances coming in and flooding it.
Mm.
So now it's getting dead again. Like we're not doing shit for half a day, and I think we got all those people done with.
That
It's kind of
wave.
like we got our version of the toilet paper.
Yeah. Right.
The
Yeah,
toilet
yeah.
paper, Costco. You know what I mean? Like that was us. People get that shit at grocery stores. So like I was one of those people just tired every day, but it was worth it. I'm getting permission and slowing down, so
That's
I'm
good.
happier. Hell yeah.
That's way
But
better.
that was it. UFC fight, right? Did anyone watch that? I watched that. That was my weekend. It was a little whack.
I didn't
lame.
watch it. I didn't get to watch it.
Right. The only upside too is I won like $60. So
Nice.
Damn.
So I made it somewhat worth it from being on a whack ass show. But that was about it. That was my week.
Ever since that last UFC that we watched, man, I don't know if I can watch another one. I don't know if I can watch another one unless it's on that same kind of quality of entertainment.
Well, to be fair, that was a pay-per-view, and these are free fights that are coming out. So
right, these are free fights. Even a Wednesday, we'll just on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, those are all free Fox, ESPN. Fox.
Right,
I get it then.
So yeah, the pay-per-view is gonna be.
This is for the people at this point.
Yeah.
They fight for something.
Right. Well, he got that bag. He got that bag. That first one. He said, "Let me do some of that for the people." You know, Dana White. I'm the nice guy. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was decent, but it was a good, decent fight by Overeem, Alistair Overeem. You know, he dominated the fight, so that was good for him coming back from that because he lost his last 2 fights, right?
I believe
so.
Yeah,
he got fucked up by
the one
the
with the
guy.
busted lip.
Ngannou fucked up. That guy that
he got uppercutted by Ngannou and he got busted lip by that one dude.
Yeah, the other
guy
that
got beat up by Ngannou.
Exactly.
That's like a love triangle.
Well, you know him and John Jones are trying to set something up now. Him and John Francis.
The triple threat.
They're trying to set something.
What? Yo, that's weird. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna whoop Ngannou's ass, or Ngannou gonna whoop Overeem's ass. And then the dude that whoop Overeem's ass, he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna whoop him ass. He a bully, bro. He a fucking bully.
He whooped his ass. Like, oh,
my bad, man. That was my weekend.
Yeah,
it was chill.
What say you, Wiggs?
Not much. Just working still, commuting to the office, coming back every day of the week, being essential, you know. And after that, just nothing really. Just coming home, playing some games. You know, sometimes
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Work out.
Try to work on some music while I can.
Right.
You know, other than trying to get this sleeping schedule going again.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as it is, the silver lining is, like you said, it's less congested, right? So like we can literally get around like as if it's like in the 90s or some shit, right? Like this is probably how traffic was in the 90s or the 80s, if you want to think about it in like a time.
Not too many people on the road anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah, that was my weekend. Nothing really exciting going on other than hanging out with you guys. What about you, Jullian?
Same shit. Working out, running, playing the game, working. I've maintained 194 pounds for 5 weeks now, so I got to figure out how to get out of this plateau stage now.
Probably some diet.
Right. Are you gonna break that barrier?
Yeah, because I dropped 12. I was 20. I was looking at my weigh-ins. I was 206 January 11th, and so now I'm 194 May 14th-ish, so about 12 pounds. But I've been eating how I want. I haven't been doing a strict diet and maintaining. So that's the positive of it, that I'm able to maintain.
Oh, there you go, right there.
Yeah,
it's good that you're maintaining it and you're not really being too strict on a diet. So imagine, bro.
Right,
that's good.
So that's
imagine if you get like on a meal plan through the week, and then on the weekends you be able to eat, you know.
And that's what I'm
a little more frivolously.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start trying to get more disciplined during the week, like I was before when I was losing. But yeah,
it's an uphill battle, bro, because the pandemic only invites
for sure.
You know what I mean? You can't even get the food you want at the grocery store. I mean, actually, it's getting a little bit better now, but like
they got
the specific shit sometimes be missing. And you just like you it's funny because you be seeing what people buy now.
For real,
like what's missing?
Yeah, like sriracha was gone forever. I was like, I didn't even know.
Yeah,
was hoarding that shit. The new thing now is what was gone? Because I was like, damn, it must have
garlic powder is gone.
Garlic powder. Damn, that's interesting because I'm out of garlic
find
powder.
That anywhere.
I need some garlic powder.
Super specific.
What was
get some regular garlic then? Just pow.
It was something. We went to the store and something was missing. The whole thing. And I was like, damn, it must be a new article that came out, and now everybody.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That's
I forgot what it was though. And I was like, what the fuck is all this? It was something random, like brownie mix or something. Like all the brownie mix. I'm like, why would a brownie mix go?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because a lot of people are baking
Yeah, a lot of people are baking. That's what
I've
it
been
is.
seeing a lot like
Yeah.
yeast. You can't find yeast anywhere.
Nope.
Home Depot
A lot
got
of people
lined
have
up
been
around the
making bread
corner.
and even
Flour. All-purpose flour. That shit gone.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And then people are starting to swoop up plants, starting putting up plants in their homes. Everybody's getting a green thumb now.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, honestly, I need to do that too, but I don't know.
Bro, Home Depot got lined around the corner.
My room is
I don't know if y'all can
bad.
see this.
My room is so bad for plants to even like grow
hang
or
shit up
anything. Like, I can't do anything here.
All right. Oh, now I see that. We're gonna put some hooks up there or something.
I don't know, man. That's not really my style, but you could put some up there.
Yeah, man. Might as well, bro. Might as well.
I remember I used to have a hook up there, but I think I took it down.
But yeah. Other than that, I mean, you know, it's they're opening more stuff.
Same old.
We'll get into that later towards the end. What we can start off with is another Versus production. They've been killing it. It was Nelly versus Ludacris. I watched the whole thing. It was cringy.
Tell us about it.
It was cringy in the beginning. It's kind of like right now. I hope this pixelation that I'm seeing from y'all don't come out through the actual recording, because for some reason
it's not coming out through me.
Okay, so maybe that'd be great then. Hopefully, because I am screen recording, but I'm hoping that when the actual...
No, it'll record. Right. Yeah, it'll come out as that.
I hope so.
It'll come out pixelated.
I'm like, I don't want to start this over.
It to be pixelated?
No, I don't want it to be, but I'm like, we already in the show, so I'm like, if not, that's just gonna be the L we take for this episode.
But everyone used to that shit by now.
Something that we gotta work with, you know.
So the Versus, but that's why I kind of mentioned our internet, because Nelly, they were saying there was a storm in St. Louis, and it was like Ludacris had crystal clear internet. You could hear him great. Nelly ass was coming in. Everybody hype. It's 4 o'clock. Pixelating, frozen, audio out, video out, leaving. Like, it's just like you.
Well, I guess it's a storm. I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's what he was saying. The storm there. I guess it was a storm in the area. But I'm just like, bro, like, you don't got fiber cable? Like, you got millions of dollars. Like, what you got? You got the modem,
right? He's sitting right there with diamond. He's sitting there with diamond plaque.
Yeah, right. You got a platinum diamond plaque.
Yeah, I wanted to ask this question.
Get your fiber optic.
Right.
Which one of Nelly's albums did he get diamond certification on?
Well, it's funny you asked that, because that's what I was going to bring up about the Verses. It was Country Grammar, his first album.
Wow.
His
debut album.
10 million records sold. Debut album.
Wow. Debut album hit diamond.
Yes.
Wow.
And this was when you had to sell records, pre-stream. When you actually had to sell physical copies.
You had to buy that copy.
Yes.
Damn, bro.
That is crazy.
Only a few
Shout out to Nelly, man. Shout out to Nelly.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, but whoever told him, yo, man, it'd be a good move, you went to country, bro. Because he likes, he's a country boy, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So I think they're just like,
Midwest.
Right, so I don't know.
So you
that was a good move. That was a good move.
You get to it. The internet's trash. So then Ludacris was playing some unreleased records. He had played a record with Chance the Rapper. He played a record with Lil Wayne that was produced by Timbaland, I think, because he was just trying to fill up time. So apparently him and Timbaland got like 13 records that they haven't played.
Damn.
Luda?
Yeah. And then apparently there's supposed to be a Luda, Usher, and Lil Jon record album that's supposed to come out that they've been working on. Not a song.
So they gonna do it again?
What was the one that they worked on before? They
did Lovers and Friends.
Can we be
Lovers and Friends, huh?
Yeah. They're thinking about doing an album
of
them three, which would be ridiculous, I think. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting on.
That is
insane. Yeah.
So I
think they're just waiting for the right time, because there's a lot of music dropping out right now. So
it's always gonna
I think they're just waiting for that right time.
With the streaming now, albums drop every Friday. So you're gonna just double dutch and get your ass in the game. But
I mean,
go ahead.
A lot of those releases are they're kind of filled up with, you know, some mid tier artists like
I'm not saying it's good.
You know, like,
mid tier.
It's definitely not good. Speaking of, Future drop Friday too. I got a whole long list of albums I need to listen to. But they gave
Future top tier?
Huh?
Future, would you guys consider Future a top tier artist?
I think so.
Yeah,
consistent.
I would.
Yeah. He's not Lyrical Miracle, but he's definitely top tier artist.
Yeah. He knows how to write good hooks. He knows how to have good melodies. Well, his producers know how to pick the melodies for him.
Yeah.
Right.
So they finally gave Nelly advice to reboot his router. So then maybe
troubleshooting on live.
For real. Maybe 5 minutes later, Nelly comes in, boom, clear. He hype. We like, cool.
Oh, hey.
But the issue was throughout the whole thing, it was a 50-50 chance. Like Nelly be doing good, and then it'll go. It wasn't like smooth HD clear. So I think that took away from his battle, just because it was like sometimes you could hear him, sometimes you couldn't. He'd be laughing, and we couldn't hear what he's laughing at. He's trying to do it, and then they talk. So well, hold on. Let me get before I get into it. The battle was great.
Damn.
They both had records. You know, we know what. Hiding here, under Mama EI, you had, you know, Ludacris had
Air Force One.
So of course it was nostalgic. It was great. They had a consistent flow of about 500K people coming in and out during the live.
Crazy.
They were both giving each other props left and right. There was no tension, and I think they're cool in real life.
Right, that's what I like too. I like that too.
Overall, good show, but Wiggs pointed on something in the beginning, and I felt this. I've noticed this from Ludacris too. Wiggs was saying that basically he was putting it to the fact that Nelly's connection was fucking up, and it was just fucking up that Ludacris had that energy, like he didn't really want to be there. Right? Is that what you were saying, Wiggs?
Yeah, he was very.
He wasn't as enthusiastic.
Yeah, he was unenthusiastic at first.
And I've always noticed this about Ludacris because he did an interview a long time ago on the show I used to watch, listen to. But I'm not even finna sit here and try to dissect him, but he comes off as if he's not confident in himself. Meaning,
really?
Nelly,
I don't know. Even with Nardwuar too, he did an interview with Nardwuar, and Nardwuar is all for blowing people's minds and bringing back way old promo stuff. And he brought back one of Ludacris's aprons that had his promo for, I forgot, one of his first albums.
Chicken and Beer,
and he just seemed so unenthusiastic. He was like, "Oh wow, that's cool." Yeah,
he takes himself to he's too.
Oh my god! Come on, bro. This is normal.
He's like worried about his image or something, because like Nelly was in there dancing, Nelly was smoking, Nelly was drinking, and Luda was just very and then he was just like and his comments were very forced. He was like, and I would just want to tell you, man, like you're the best. Like you could feel like it was very like he just.
He wasn't sincere.
It didn't feel sincere at all. It wasn't one of my favorite verses either, from a personality standpoint. The music was great, but you can feel the awkwardness with Ludacris, and then Nelly's internet fucking up. It was just like, this is.
It wasn't the best of both worlds. It was the worst of both worlds.
It wasn't.
It was the worst of both worlds.
And I thought it was Ludacris maybe because he was on a wild show like a Nardwuar or something. But like I'm like, you here on your own live in your own house with Nelly, a hip hop artist, and both y'all are legends, yet you're acting like Ludacris. You felt like Luda had something to prove almost. Like he was not in there relaxing like I'm a legend here. He was very. He had his shades on, his mask, and had his chain.
He had shades on inside when this room was dark.
Yeah, it was very.
But that goes back to masculinity. Like you can't be vulnerable. You don't want to be vulnerable. You gotta hide behind something, right? And those shades are kind of a mask, right?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Maybe he doesn't want to, or maybe that's just his personality.
He took him off
he's just
eventually.
a really calm, collected guy, despite of all the music videos that we watch with the fucking.
Yeah, he does not match. He doesn't.
He seems like a goofy dude,
he
right?
He does not match that goofiness at all. He's complete opposite.
Exactly.
Of his
so
videos.
maybe people are opposite of what they perceive to be on TV. Who knows?
That's true.
I don't really pick winners out of these anymore because
I just enjoyed. You enjoyed the show.
Enjoyed it. Like I said, I like Nelly's presentation because I felt like Nelly was more relatable. I felt like Ludacris is like you say, didn't want to be there. Like he was just waiting on the time to end so he can just get off. Like he didn't feel comfortable doing a live, and I think because he don't do that stuff. I don't think he does lives or talk to his fans directly or anything. I know Nelly does that a lot. So maybe that was a different thing too. He was like, damn, like 500,000 people just staring at me right now. Like I'm not on stage. I can't perform. I'm just sitting here. This feels kind of stupid.
That is true.
So,
I've heard Nelly's in kind of a dick, right? Is that true or not?
I don't know.
Because when I heard, that's what I've heard. And then when I heard him on live, I was like, yo, he sounds like a genuine, like, he sounds like like he's pretty thankful. But like I've seen interviews, and there's been a lot of interviews where people say that he's not the nicest guy. So
I haven't really looked too much into Nelly, so I can't really say too much about
like
Nelly.
Me either. Like I've heard that he's really like kind of a dick in interviews and just in general, but I've never done research. But I mean, that kind of just debunked that. He seemed like he was cool.
But
overall, I mean, it wasn't. What would you guys say? Like, I know you stepped out of it early wigs or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what time, but would you say you sat through the whole thing?
Right.
So where would you rank it? Like obviously number one was what Lil Jon. And
number
T-Pain.
One was Lil Jon, T-Pain. Number two was Jonte Austin and Neo.
I want to put that as my number one. I want to put that one as my number one.
Number three, I still gotta watch Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. That's still on my list. Number three, from what I've watched, and I'm not gonna do the Sean Garrett and The Dream because I heard that one was a shit show, and then Timbaland and Swiss Beats was like the one that started off, so I'm not judging those. I think Hit Boy and Boy Wonder. I didn't watch that one. I'm trying to think who are we missing? RZA and DJ Premier is definitely up there. That got to be number three for me. Because you want to talk about just 2-3 hours of just straight hip hop.
Teddy Riley, that was good.
Oh yes, you're right. Teddy Riley and Babyface. That's what I'm forgetting.
Teddy Riley, Babyface.
I would probably have to put.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
Yeah, I know. Right? Well, here's the thing. Teddy Riley gave me that same feel that Ludacris gave me. Like they were taking themselves too serious. Like Babyface was super chill. Teddy was very like when Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne said he feeling my shit. I'm like, that you Teddy Riley? Why you sounding like that right now? Like who gives a fuck? Like. You know what I'm saying? He was very like
he could be a humble guy. He could be a humble, modest guy. Well, he actually don't look like a humble. He look like he like to. You can see how he grooving and stuff. Like he's.
But those were the vibes they gave me. Like they both had something to prove, and I just like you are picked for this because you're legends. Like they only picking legends who can do 20 records. Like they're not picking regular artists.
Right.
So if you're in it, you have nothing to prove. You already won. So relax, have fun. We all quarantining. We don't want to see production and professionalism and seriousness. Just kick back in your own fucking house. Enjoy yourself.
Right.
So that's how I would rank them. But from what I took from that though, so I wrote down these notes. They were both celebrating their 20 years in the game. Now, of course, Ludacris had Incognito that came out in '99, but his 2000 studio debut Back for the First Time came out in 2000. So on that,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know. I was like, damn, 20 years, 2 decades. Back for the First Time had What's Your Fantasies, Fat Rabbit, and Ho. So those are the main ones that you would know. That went triple platinum. Nelly had Country Grammar, Ride With Me, and Underlim EI. That's the one that went down. That's the one we said earlier.
Those are hitters.
10 million records. And what I took from it, and people were saying it in the comments, and I agree 100%, Ludacris had more hits, but Nelly had bigger records.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you put it that way.
I think that's why going in, people thought Luda was going to wash him because they was disrespecting Nelly. And it was like, yeah, Luda got the hits. Like, Luda move, bitch. Get like, we know all, pimping all over the world, use a hoe, I got hoes, different area codes, Fat Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the Luda.
Cool flow, man. I fuck with this flow heavy.
But cool. Nelly is the one that's going Diamond and 10 million and All in My Head with the country singer. And he got a record with Janet Jackson. Like Nelly got the one with Kelly Rowland.
More production.
He has more big hits, grand hits. But Luda had more. No, he has more big records, but Ludacris had more hits. So that's why Luda kind of won in the 20 hits because it was like, oh, damn, that one. And Nelly, you might not know the record, but when you look at the stats and that bitch did 20 million worldwide, it's like, you can't really deny the record.
Would he say that? Would he be like, I know y'all don't know the record, man, but
nah, he was playing them bitches
this
like
came out 20.
He was playing it. Okay. I'm like, I never heard of this, but you go Google it and it did 15 million with this Ed Sheeran or whatever. So it was like it was an opinion based thing, but I wanted to focus on the longevity and the fact that they were able to be that consistent 20 years, and they were both giving each other props. Like, yo, our freshman class is probably the best hip hop freshman class of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know who else was in there. I meant to look that up to see who else debuted in 2000, but I was just thinking like the longevity of that. Like, damn, 20 years, bro. I haven't worked at a job for 20 years, let alone a music career for 20 years.
Right.
And to be relevant, because you know how this industry is. As soon as you code, you out of here. They
They get you out.
You flop. Get out of here. And they both doing movies.
They kind of got to. I feel like once you get to certain status, like you can really just jump. You can dive back in and out as many times as you can. Like once you get like legendary status and you establish yourself, like you can just chill, be not as relevant, but then come out with something and people just hop back on it like, oh, okay, cool.
Right, yeah.
It's not that harsh of a transition versus if you're like, if you fell off and then you're trying to come back, I don't know, another artist. But
right, and plus Luda
maybe like an artist that wasn't as established, right? That's the whole point.
Right, you got to like, create a base first before you step out, because you know Luda Fast and the Furious movies and done other shit. So, but yeah, I thought that was great, commendable, and is good because you know hip hop overall is still young as far as a genre goes.
70s,
something like the 70s, right? So to think that it's allowing artists now to be in the game 20 years and to be relevant and still make crazy amount of money and to create different brands. You know, Nelly had the apple bottom jeans and Ludacris is in the movies.
Boots
Nelly
with fur.
had the vocals, sweatsuits, and the clothing line and the liquor and the drinks. All that from a genre that's only what 50 years old. Like when you really think about it, like rock, blues, that shit's been since James Brown, since that shit's been around forever. Hip hop is like 50 years old, bro. Like people don't really think about that. That shit's 40, 50. That's like some of our parents are older than hip hop. That's crazy. Yeah. There was a time when it did not exist. That was not a discussion of a genre or winning awards. There was no rappers. That's crazy. So
it just evolves so fast. I think it's just because of the sound. It's such a different sound.
Yeah.
It's so, I don't know, it's so real, right? It's so impactful. Yeah. Like it's the only genre I feel like where you get that impact from. Just like, I mean, if you got to go down to like sonically, like the bass, right? Like that should be hitting, and it's the only genre that you can hear that and it's okay.
Yeah.
Let there be any other genre is gonna sound like. Damn, I mean, there's a lot of genres where it sound okay too, but talking about within that arrangement. But I mean, maybe you can emphasize more on that, Wig, since you yourself are a very talented producer.
What was
like the sound of it, the sound of hip hop. That's why it evolved so quickly and stuck into music, just in general, right?
Yeah.
And it's not that old, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, sound of hip hop
kind of like a rookie.
Progressed.
It's kind of like a rookie in sport that just like it's not one of the vets, but man, he just came in and started wrecking shit. Like,
I mean, it had a long time of evolution. I'd say from Curtis Blow all the way up to even before Curtis Blow and the originators of hip hop. It's definitely come a long way.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it's because it blends as well too. Like in hip hop, you're gonna get R&B, you're gonna get rock and roll, you're gonna get like you get a little Nas.
It's a mesh of everything.
You can get a R&B singer, you can get a Lil Uzi Vert, you can get Nas. Most genres are the genre. Country, everybody sings one way. Country. Rock, no. Alternative. Like hip hop is only where you can get a rapper who can give you alternative, who can give you rock, who can like her. She plays the guitar, she sings R&B, she can do poetry, spoken word. Like that's why it's such a huge.
That's very true, man. It's a very versatile genre.
Yeah.
Because you can have, but I mean, just with like any music too. Like you can have the hard rock, and then you can have like the more soft shit. You know what I mean? Just like with hip hop, you can intensities is going to be there. But yeah, no, I see what you mean. Like it's a very versatile fucking genre. And it's been around for a while. Just like even like I don't even think about it, but Ice Cube is celebrating his 30th.
Yes, Ice Cube yesterday.
30 years.
Yesterday made
and
30
he started
years.
What in the 80s?
He started
like early 80s, right?
Right, because he left. That first album came out after he left NWA, so he was already in NWA before this first album came out. I think the first album came out in like 90 or something like 90. I forgot what it was.
For NWA?
No, for America's Most Wanted.
Oh, America's Most Wanted.
It debuted March 16th, which was yesterday, but I can't remember the year.
That was his first album, right?
His first solo album.
Solo album off Lynch Mob, right? Is that when he made Lynch Mob?
Let me see.
It had to be because he wasn't under a label.
Released May 16, 1990.
Yes. So he was out in the 80s.
Priority Records.
Wow. Okay.
But it was produced
I didn't know he was.
It was produced by the Bomb Squad and the Lynch Mob.
Mm-hmm.
So he met them at that album, and then they created.
I see. I got you. So that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So before I was born, Ice Cube's first album was dropped May 16th, 1990, and yes, he was on his live talking.
It was fire too.
I know, and it was. I came across his live, and he was like, the same day he got his lawyer called him and said, like within a week, your album went gold and your case was dropped in Arizona. So he was like, that was the best fucking news. And then it went platinum maybe like a week or two later.
Wow.
But yeah, like you're saying, he was in the 80s because NWA was all 80s pretty much. So
right.
So
Yeah, that was all NWA shit.
He's been around way longer before his first album. But he's another person. I mean, you want to talk about Ice Cube? We don't have to do the accolades, but movies, television, acting, the big three, NBA league. This all from writing on an NWA fucking album. Just think of that. And he was around when it was still new. He was in the 80s. Hip hop probably like 10 years old at that point. Fucking crazy. So like,
but not only that. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you can't imagine. No way he imagined in the 80s doing hip hop, something that's brand new. That 30, 40 years from now, I'll be writing television, movies. This genre will allow me to have so much things. But just
exactly right, like doing movies like Are We There? That was him, right? Are We There? Yet? And it's so funny. I think it's hilarious how they still refer to him as Ice Cube in all these kid movies. When it's the same Ice Cube, the same name, and the motherfucker is like straight out of Compton.
Fuck the punk.
No Vaseline. Niggas talking about no Vaseline. Oh my god,
he's had the most longevity in the industry, and he is able to retain his image as well too.
Yep, that's tough.
He's lucky that back in the day, like to get kind of smart with names was cool. Mm-hmm. So like he's like, I'm a cold motherfucker, so they call me Ice Cube. Like you can still market that. It's not like Ice Cube is just an Ice Cube. It's not like his name is Slasher or like 9 Milli or Lil Gunna. You know what I mean? Like he's lucky that in his frame of mind, being young back then, he got lucky with that name, Ice Cube. He thought it sounded cool, so he rolled with it, and it just happened to be marketable down his career.
I think him and Ludacris is the complete difference, though. Like I think Ludacris went that movie route, and he conformed to being Chris Bridges,
a movie star.
I'm an actor. I can't really do that ignorant shit no more. Whereas Ice Cube has been Ice Cube through Are We There Yet? Through Friday, through television. He's Ice Cube, mug face, Oakland Raider hat. And you respect him for it. He don't talk a different way. He don't act a different. No. Whereas Luda is like, as soon as he got that fast money, when he saw that movie check money, he changed. Professional. I can't.
Professional.
And I think that's what happened. That's what changed him.
You can't really blame that either, because you could call that evolution. He's progressing. He's evolving.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
And that's why.
And there's nothing wrong with doing that and being genuine. You know what I mean? I think they're both being genuine in their own right. Like he thinks he's genuine in himself to really progress and become more of a sharper businessman or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's I fuck with both sides.
I just think as a fan, I'm disappointed. Maybe because I want him to be Luda. And he's like, nah,
I know too, man. Because we all that's Luda we love, man.
It's like
I know, man.
It's funny, man. Ice Cube was still releasing music when he was. Filming for Are We There Yet?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's always recording.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't know
He's never done any pop shit. Like it comes out, it's Ice Cube, it's West Coast.
It's hip hop.
You're never gonna hear him on some auto-tune shit or featuring Ariana Grande, Ice Cube. Like he's just gonna give you me, boom, boom, boom. Straight across the board, man. You gotta respect him for that.
He stay loyal to the soil, bro.
Yeah. So
he loyal to him, but he won't.
This weekend we celebrated the 20 years of Luda and Nelly, the 30 years of Ice Cube, And one more thing that they talked about that linked them was the BET Uncut, which I didn't put that together because when they were doing their verses, Ludacris played Pussy Poppin'. And everybody in the comments was like, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. And of course, Tip Drill came. I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, they were the kings of Uncut, bro. When them videos came on,
they're probably bad.
Pussy Pop. And then it must be ass because it ain't your. Yo, you went to sleep after that. You stayed up for that. Them two videos came on. You went straight to sleep. Like that's it.
You was fulfilled, right? You was satisfied. You
went to school. Man. You went to school. Hey, did y'all see the Tip Drill video? They went crazy, bro. It's like, yeah. Did you stay up to see the Ludacris joint? It's like, nah, I missed that one, bro. So they were talking about.
Damn, man, I hate Wigs. You a little too young for this, man. This is a little beyond. This is a little before your time, man. The fucking Uncut, BT Uncut,
Ludacris and Nelly back to back, and then they had they had a 50 Cent song on there. Which one was it? Little mama, show me how you do it. Go ahead, put your ass
put your back into it.
That was an uncut video too. That was
just shake that ass.
Strippers. It was just wild, man. That was a
Pussy Poppin' was the only one though.
Pussy
that I remember.
You remember Tip Drill?
Oh, Tip Drill with
was at the mansion.
Right?
That's when they swiped the credit card through her ass, and that sent the whole world in a frenzy for disrespecting women. Nelly, St. Lunatics.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Said it must be ass because it ain't your face. I need a tip, Jill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember
what
that.
I remember women dance.
But I don't fully remember the music video, to be honest. I do remember this stuff.
Go Google that when you got some time, man. All the listeners out there, if you don't remember Tip Drill video, go to X and X and go Google that. I'm pretty sure that's where it's at.
X and X.
Pretty
well,
sure.
What's going on with Pop Smoke?
What?
You said he's coming out with an album or something? Like, what's up with Pop Smoke dropping something?
Well, Pop Smoke, the artist, he is no longer with us. But...
No, I know that, but obviously a project is coming out under Pop Smoke.
Yeah. So if for those who haven't heard, for those who don't know because of the COVID or you forgot because his year's been ridiculous, Pop Smoke, February 19th, unfortunately at 20 years old, was shot and killed on a home invasion, which that seems so long ago with the Kobe, with the COVID, with Andre Harrell, with Jesus. Crazy.
That shit seems like 2019, right?
It does seem like 2019. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Steven Victor, who's the head of the label Pop Smoke, was signed that released an image on Instagram basically June 12th. The album that he was working on is supposed to come out. They don't have a title for it yet. And I want to know what, because I remember 50 Cent said he was going to help like EP it or help with the finance part of it. So I'm wondering how much he had to do with actually paying the artist, paying the features, and EP and a record. But the record's supposed to come out June 12th. I think that's dope. I hope 100% of the proceeds go to his family.
I hope so too, man.
Unfortunately, they're not going to get him back, but if he can still do something and while he's gone, that'd be great. Hopefully everybody stream the shit out the album. The sucky part is he's big in the hip-hop community, but he wasn't global, so it's like...
Yeah, I know. You can't really capitalize too heavy as much as you possibly could have.
And it's such a unique sound. They were building it, but because it didn't grow, it's too niche to, throw it into a movie or commercial to so hopefully we'll see.
A little too
But it's supposed to be dropping June.
I think it'll do well though. I think it'll do well. Like I'm definitely gonna fuck with it. Like once it comes out, I think it'll do well
for sure.
And I think it's gonna be enough to actually, comfortably. Or at least just have support to his family. For
sure. And like I was saying,
I was just... with the sound though. Like the whole beat, like his
like drill
to the party. Like I like the whole eerie. He had like an accordion or some shit to it.
Yeah.
That accordion melody or background shit. It was hard. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
it's just nasty.
I just started listening to him as I think his album had just dropped in January or early February, and everybody was talking about him. So I was like, all right, let me go check him out. Oh, this shit dope, and then boom.
You know what his sound? It kind of sounds like some grime to me a little bit.
They call it like drill from Chicago.
UK grime.
Like England, UK, like some United Kingdom type. Like I can hear some UK grime guys on some of his beats. Which is cool. I mean, it's kind of like introducing that type of music, that type of sound over here.
Yeah.
Like, because Drake was doing that. Drake was adding, I think he was not really the first ones that was kind of introducing UK rappers, but he had some on his album when he was, what was it? Was it Scorpion? I think it was Scorpion.
Yeah, he's always first to the new wave. He's always posting them on their story, like this album.
He's got teams everywhere.
For sure.
I can't say I don't fuck with it. I mean, what do you guys think about grime shit? Like the whole accent. I think some of it can sound hard.
I like it.
The thing is they can't sound fully hard, you know, because they still be saying shit that's not, you know, like fish and chips. They be trying to sound hard.
Yeah, it's different terms over there.
Yeah, so that kind of throws me off.
A regional conflict that they use in slang doesn't really translate. Yeah, but some of it is really good.
Yeah, so we'll be looking forward to it. I think I'll just support off the simple fact that that you know, hopefully, like I say, hopefully that my stream goes into somebody he cares about pocket. It's the most we can do at this point, unfortunately. Besides finding a killer, I guess. But on to more positive shit. The HBCU class of 2020. Which I thought was pretty dope. It sucks because you didn't get to walk the stage, but you get a commencement speech from Obama, which...
Obama? Right? Damn. But it also like, it's not like he's going to your school and
right.
Your school is like for everybody. So,
well, he said that in this... Well, because one, you know, HBCUs is not that many. So it's not like he was talking to all of the colleges in America. It was specifically HBCUs.
So this is just only the historically
black colleges, yeah. So
but it would still feel better if it was yours.
Of course.
Yeah, but you know, it's still good. It's still as, you know,
as personal as it's gonna get in the COVID.
It's personal enough. Yeah,
because he mentioned that in his speech in the beginning. He was like, you know, I'm sure like the rivalries of Grambling State and Jackson State aren't too fond of being in the same commencement together. So he acknowledged it jokingly, and he was also saying like, I know around this time, like usually on HBCU, y'all get the time to stroll and y'all get to walk. And he said some slang shit too. Like, I know y'all turn up. He said something like, I was like, all right, Obama knows what the fuck going on. And he's acknowledging the fact that this is what it is. But he was like, you know, at this time, you know, this is what it is, and this is what we have to do. We got to work together. And just hearing that, it's like, we don't even have to get into the political shit. We know how ignorant one president, but it's just like, even if you don't agree with Obama's policy, and we're not even gonna get into that, just wouldn't you want your president to speak like that? Like when he goes across the water and represents the entire country, wouldn't you want that guy like shaking hands and speaking with people? Because he represents us. When Trump crosses the water, he represents every American. So what comes out his mouth is what their news outlets and propaganda is going to say. Americans feel this way. They think this way. So it's like, it feels
we get attached to that.
Yeah, we because he's the president of our country.
But yeah, it felt like a breath of fresh air, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's very articulate.
Oh man, I got a great orator. He's a great speaker. You know, he can
great speaker. He can from his chest,
from his
diaphragm.
Speaking, bro, like,
oh my God, like I would even graduate. And I'm watching it high, like
right. Well, let's get into it, bro. I'm trying to watch that.
Yeah, well, what I talked about at the beginning. What I got queued up actually goes into our next topic, where he talks about, you know, what the COVID shit is going on. But I just thought it was a breath of fresh air for how he was talking. Let me go cue that shit.
Too, like he classy about his shit, man. He got classy humor.
Class personified, as they say. Let me see. Share your screen. Cheers. So this was a clip towards the end when he was just talking about the disparity between, you know, the minorities and how the COVID's hitting certain communities and shit like that. So
let's pop this open.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got.
It's easy to be cynical and say, let me just look out for myself or my family or people who look or think or pray like me. But if we're going to get through these difficult times, if we're going to create a world where everybody has opportunity to find a job and afford college, if we're going to save the environment and defeat future pandemics, then we're going to have to do it together. So be alive to one another's struggles. Stand up for one another's rights. Leave behind all the old ways of thinking that divide us. Sexism, racial prejudice, status, greed. and set the world on a different path. When you need help, Michelle and I have made it the mission.
Yeah, so they're going to go into their Obama.org and all that shit.
Right.
But that message, that kind of goes into what Jelonius was leading us into. How do I turn this shit off?
No, man, it's just, and we want to hope. It's hard. It's easy. Obviously, it's easier said than done. But man, like the human nature just by default is just so destructive, man.
Yeah.
And it's just so hard. Like that's just wishful thinking, bro. Especially with the systems that we have in place already, like politically, that already just separates people just by default. And it's just like, damn, man. Like,
yeah.
It's a tough order to uphold, man. Trying to do that, but I think what the thing was the whole racial thing. Like obviously we have the Ahmaud Arbery. We have one thing that I've been seeing too is just those videos just online of people being racially profiled just by just regular people that feel like they have to take the law in their own hands or even just get the law involved when there's something that's not even like a big issue. Like the one that I saw recently was basically 3 black dudes. We all see these videos, white women's in the hallway talking about 3 black people here. This is a closed building. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're doing here. I'm afraid for my safety. And these dudes are like, this is Airbnb. We have the code to get in here. Like, this is obviously something else. But, we see these videos all the time. And I was more focused on the woman as the main subject. I was just looking at her because she just looked crazy. Right. She was literally on the phone. These 3 black people, I don't feel safe. But if these are really people that were burglars and that are not supposed to be in a building, would you really confront them? Right. Would you really be on your phone on the police against real people that you're feel threatened against? Exactly. No, you'd probably call the police inside your house.
Right.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't go over there and risk your safety. So obviously she's not scared about them as a threat. This is more racial. But why do they always revert back to that? These people, I'm not saying all white people, I'm saying these certain people that we see on social media that just, it seems like it's almost the same trend. Yeah. And I'm thinking psychologic, it has to be psychologic, just over time of shit that has been compiling, whether it be they've been reared from a racist parent, or maybe a society that is warping their mind to not even think logically, to really think to call the police on people or little kids on the street selling water. So I don't know, man. It has to be. Obviously, we know it's racism, but
right.
I mean, these people be looking crazy. Like they do things that they probably wouldn't normally do on a normal basis, but because they see someone of the opposite race, they just go in a frenzy and a rage to just do things that I don't think they would normally do. I don't know what it is that makes them just do crazy shit, but you see it everywhere, man. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think it's a few things. Like you say, it wasn't as simple as they were raised that way. So I look at it like this. Now that the Karens and the barbecue, they have names for them. It's being positively reinforced now. So like now that chick who was out risking her life, or you saying like she wouldn't go if she really thought they were who they were, she wouldn't risk her life. Mm-hmm. But now she can have a face to her name, and now she can get a booking agent, and she can go on Fox.
She can be like a warrior now.
She can be a warrior.
Damn.
Now it's a business. It's a business move now. Oh, 3 black dudes in the hallway. I'm gonna go say something, and they're gonna make fun of me. I'm gonna go viral, and then I'm sure my side, people who side with me, are gonna make a they were making a GoFundMe for the 2 brothers, right? In the Arbery case. They made a GoFundMe for the guy that what was his name that killed Trayvon Martin. What was his name? I forgot his
George Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman. They made a GoFundMe to pay for his lawyer fees while he was going through court. Like they support these people. So I think it's that, and then I also think
I think that's part of it. I don't think it's fully that.
No, not
but
that.
I think some try to definitely capitalize it. Like the one with the lady with the she got put on TV with the little girl, right? She kind of called the police on the little girl. Mm-hmm. So that's like one of the face. But I'm talking about some of these people are literally yelling at the top of their lungs and they look crazy.
Right.
But they're trying to get these people kicked out that have a rifle. They bought the Airbnb, and this lady probably knows about the Airbnb. But she's yelling at the top of her lungs with the police, just looking crazy. Like I'm like, I get being on like putting a face to it, being on TV because you told on a girl, right? Or you call the police on a girl,
right?
But she didn't look crazy. That was just like all right, come on, bro. Or like the Karen at the barbecue, right? But you get people like I've seen videos of people yelling at people even in Hawaii. Like these aren't just black people; these are people in Hawaii, right? Like Filipinos or just darker Hawaiians,
right?
And this white lady's yelling at them at the top of her lungs. There has to be some link, man.
Well, that was the second thing. The second thing I was going to say was that it's there are people who have real fears of black people. Like I was just having this thought. I was having this thought in my head yesterday. And I was like,
that's crazy to think, but
I literally was having this thought before we even talked about this. I was thinking to myself, and I was like, I don't even care. Like I don't want a law to go into effect for you to like me. Like I understand that you may not like me because I'm black, and I'm okay with that. I just don't want you to be able to cause harm or disrespect me because I'm black without either paying for it legally or ramifications. And I think that's where people get it blurred at. Like, people aren't marching to force you to like me. It's because you're killing us and you're discriminating against us. Is why, like, I'm okay.
You're bringing light to it.
Yeah, if a white dude came to me and said,
you're making it.
Yeah, if a white dude came to me right now and said, like, to be honest, bro, like, just the way I was raised, I really don't like black people, bro. But he wasn't trying to harm me or do anything. I'm perfectly fine with that, to be honest.
Right.
Like, you're entitled to not like me.
It's like, all right, bro, that's you.
Yeah, you're not forced.
Yeah.
I'm not forcing you to like me because I'm black. I feel like there should just be respect. And you shouldn't be able to cause harm or do anything because I'm black. Right. If you want to just walk around, live your life, be a model citizen, be the perfect citizen, and you can just say, I don't like black people, I'm okay with that. I really am.
So we can flip that. Because I seen a video on Vice. Of course, Vice, they cover obscure shit sometimes. But there is one on a white nationalist, male, South Carolina, swastika, everything. But he was talking to the black reporter or whatever they're fucking called, reporter or whatever. But anyways, he was just talking like, I respect people. The white guy was like, yeah. He was asking him like, do you consider yourself a nationalist? The white dude was like, yes. But I respect people. I will never, I'm here protesting in my right because I'm white, but I'm not bothering people. I'm just here just in my own corner. Yeah. Just doing my own thing. I respect people. I'll never disrespect you unless, I have to actually, fight for myself or some shit. But I was like, man, see, if people can do that, that's just like people, black people having black pride, Mexican people having brown pride. You have pride in your shit, but you're not going out and terrorizing other people. You know what I mean?
Because and
then hiding behind, that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and there are white supremacists that I'm pretty sure, just like that one dude. You know what I mean? They have pride in their own race. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you got pride in your race, there's nothing wrong with that.
You can
once you start
nothing wrong.
When you start using that and feeling other shit that's
negative,
started attached to that, like negative shit, you're feeling those negative things and it's attached to that, bro, that's like, but I think it'll go away, man. It has to, right? There's gonna be a point where everyone's mixed, and you can't be racist, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, I think the issue with that
in America,
I think
I'm talking national.
I think the issue in America is the divide and conquer tactic, and we're not that. If we go that route, it's gonna get too deep and too crazy. But you gotta understand that unity isn't profitable. Unity isn't great for countries. Wars is great for countries. Division is great for countries.
That's true. Damn. So it's all about money, bro.
So when you have people who control the entertainment, who control the news, who controls the narratives, as they say, like, I'll leave it at this. I don't think it's a coincidence that as people stop giving a fuck about COVID, and I've said this in many episodes, as people are protesting, saying, fuck this shit, we gonna go outside, that there's all of a sudden 8 new cases of unarmed black people being murdered by white people, or the Airbnb. Or there was another video where a guy was delivering furniture into a gated community, and these two white guys wouldn't let this black guy go.
I saw that. I was going to bring that up. You wouldn't let him out, right?
How did you get in here? And it's just like, and they're saying like, all you got to do is just tell us. It's like, oh, no, I don't. That's the crazy part about those people. They feel like all you got to do is do what I say and you're fine. It's like, no,
that's what I'm talking about. Their logic in their mind, they think they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
But it's like, yo, I understand. The whole thing was this dude was delivering something to a neighbor in a gated community. He had the code. He went inside, delivered it. He was going back out, was going to do his runs.
His fucking job.
These people blocked him. They're like, yo, what are you doing here? Calm. But there was like a very crazy undertone to it.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, no, I own 1/8 of this road. This is my road. You shouldn't be here. What are you doing here? And it's like, you can already tell by the first 5 seconds, this dude.
Exactly.
And then another neighbor comes, and you're thinking, all right, hopefully there's got to be a mediator. He comes over and starts doing the same shit. Yeah. Hey, this is our neighborhood. I'm like, whoa.
It wasn't to the actual guy that he delivered said, no, I gave him the code. But it's like the fact that I can't even do my job. Like,
right. So it goes back to, you think that some people do generally have fear
or hate or distaste for black people.
Fear or hate. Yeah. But it's just funny how if you do have a fear, like they'll still be there in a situation. Just leave.
They can.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if you're really all right.
Because
all you really have to do is just leave. But there is I do sense some people do have a legitimate fear of just black people in general, or any race.
I feel like it's
any race. But we're speaking black people. But yeah, any race.
Okay, so
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, any race and
anything, man. But I think it generally has to do with they feel maybe like they're getting cornered. Maybe like those type of like those people in those videos. Like those are people feel like they understand there's a melting pot. There's so much diversity now.
Yeah, so many cultures, and they just don't want to see, or I don't know. They feel like they should be winning, but they're not, and they take it out on other ethnicities.
Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a white person, so I can't really.
I wasn't going to say it's like a winning thing. I think they still believe in the model that this country is built off of. Like, you are property, you are less than. This is a gated community. No black people living here. What are you doing in my community? You don't belong.
I hate to say it, but
that is true.
But that's what people need to understand. Like, people want to think because we're in 2020 and that we play, because us who played sports and us who've done things, we understand that we're all the same. But there are some people who just are built on how this country was built. You are less than. I mean, like you said, Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968, bro. Like, our parents was born in 1968. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not.
Yeah, that's true.
This isn't 1400s. This isn't 1500s. This is recent. So for us to think,
been going on forever.
Think just because it's 2020, Martin Luther King was assassinated overnight. What, 53 years ago? 52 years ago, if I did the math right. So
it's so very recent.
That's very recent, bro. That's very recent.
Still very recent.
Don't be surprised when you run into these guys, especially. And we live in California. You won't be surprised when you move to the South. You'll see that shit and experience that shit every day.
Openly,
very indirect, very like I said this on the show before. It's like everybody hates Chris when she was like, "Oh, you have a father?" Like his teacher, like just like that. Yeah. Where it's just like, they're not even trying to be. They don't even comprehend. Like, you have a degree. Like, wow. Oh, you dress so nice. Are you? They assume you're an athlete. Crazy. If you have money, you're an athlete. If you're out there in certain places down south, you got a nice car. The cops will pull you over and say, well, you're an athlete or something, or what do you do? Like, they don't even know that's indirectly racist. Like, I can't just be a normal doctor or lawyer. I have to be something ridiculous to drive this car. I have to be an athlete. But their minds are fucked up, bro. And that's what
they're obliviously racist.
Oblivious racist. And that's what it is.
They don't know it.
They have no idea.
They're just racist.
I pulled this guy over.
I mean, it just comes around with the group of people that they hang out with. They probably all talk.
Yeah, no one's checking them.
You know what I mean? They no one's checking them.
Because it's all the same community over there.
It's all the same community. So imagine if you hang around people that talk like that and talk down on people of other races and colors all day, every day. Mm-hmm. When they encounter a person of color, they're not going to treat them with any type of respect.
Yeah, why would they?
You know what I mean? They're going to be like, the fuck?
Yeah. That's why I see a lot of people moving out of those states that are just so obscenely, obliviously racist and classist. It's just not a good environment. So you see people moving away from there, and then obviously the rent's going to be cheaper over there, and building and property tax over there. So people are going to move back, but then you just have that community, that toxic community of just racism that we see it everywhere. That just drives people out, and it's almost uninhabitable.
And it doesn't help that all these guys get off on their cases, so that just gives them more feel that we're doing the right thing. When every cop gets off, when George Zimmerman gets off, when this person gets off for killing this guy, they're like, oh, see, they were doing the right thing. They should have approached Trayvon Martin. They should have approached this guy, because
like the McMichaels.
Our judicial system said they're innocent. So clearly what they're doing is right, and these black people are just are overreacting. They're overreacting to this. So now you got your own legal system enforcing them to think, we don't need to change. All of our guys get off. None of them been to jail, except that cop. And she didn't even get, she got like 9 years. And then remember the judge hugged her, and the brother of the Botham Jean's brother hugged him. It was just like, they were so sad. Like, we really did not want to put you in jail, but the evidence was
oh my God,
obvious. We have to put you in jail. I'm so sorry. Like, they were so sad that they convicted one of them. Full-blown murder. And she only got like 5 years, something crazy with probation. Like, you murdered somebody in his house. He wasn't at a construction site. He wasn't at a liquor store stealing. He wasn't selling cigarettes. He didn't have a gun.
He was in his house.
He was in his house.
What?
In his boxers.
Well, it's like someone walking in right here, opening his door. Like, oh shit.
Blast your ass.
Blast me.
And they gonna say it's your fault, because they gonna find some weed in there. Jalen had weed on him.
I don't understand.
What?
It's like,
hey, well, there's weed there.
So he must have.
Definitely intent to sell. Definitely intent to distribute with that little jar. Yeah. Oh my gosh, we nailed him. We got him. Open and shut case.
He was just
insane.
He was the biggest distributor in Southeast San Diego.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you can get murdered in your own house, and they still find a way to like draw it out and make it a whole fucking case, is like, wait, what? Because
that should just be blatant. Like, yo, life.
Yeah, that's murder, cold blood. But somebody made a good point, and we can get off this. But somebody made a good point, and they said that you need to stop. I think it was Mike Epps, and they said you need to stop putting police officers, making people police officers who fear black people, and have them patrolling black neighborhoods. It's like, if you're scared, if you're raised to be scared of black people, you're not gonna know how to handle that situation in a black neighborhood. You're gonna be scared. Anything they do,
you're just gonna be shooting.
Exactly.
You're just gonna be shooting.
I seen a video of a private investigator.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
Yeah, I seen a video of a private investigator. This dude is familiar with the law, right? He's doing some surveillancing or some shit, and a cop comes over and starts questioning him. But the whole time he's questioning him, he has his gun on his holster, and he's like, "Sir, you need to have your gun off your holster." Then the captain or whatever, the supervisor came over, and as the private investigator, which is a black guy, is talking to the supervisor and say, "Hey, I need you to have your deputy unholster his weapon. I'm a private investigator. I know what I'm doing." Throughout the whole video, damn near he had his. I'm like, bro, this fool is so scared. Even when he has 3 other cops here plus the supervisor, and it's gonna sit on his holster.
Yes.
Why is this fool an employee with a gun?
Yeah.
That's scary shit.
Fear.
It's not even the dudes that are ex-military, and these guys know how to. It's scary motherfuckers.
People who are small, probably can't take a guy one-on-one.
That's a testament that those people should not be holding those guns. Should not
he's
be
the
holding
first
those
one that's gonna
positions.
bust.
So it's sad, and then, but you know what? Then imagine being black, and you know the situations, know how the system's fucked up, and then you have other races saying, "Well, before y'all can say that, y'all need to worry about black on black crime." It's like, word. So the cops shooting us, we need to worry about us though. I was like, and I told someone, I was like, can you tell me what white on white crime is? Have anybody ever heard that before? Or does it?
I know about mass shootings.
Historically,
no, I'm just saying.
I know about mass shootings where white people only do mass shootings.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the word itself. Have like
okay, go ahead.
White on white crime. Have you ever heard that? So have you guys ever heard that?
Just generally, no. Okay, no, that's not a normal thing.
So then I pose a question.
We don't hear that.
It's not a normalized term.
I have a question then. Is it because white people don't kill white people?
No, it's because the media doesn't televise it or
that's what
portray
I'm
it.
saying. We're not gonna sit here and believe white people don't kill white people.
We're
right?
not gonna sit here and act like that doesn't happen. It happens. It's just the media doesn't cover it.
You understand? They put a phrase on us. They put black, like that is a word that people just throw at us now. Black on black crime.
Yeah.
Even black people believe
true.
it. Well, before we protest police, we need to stop killing each other. I'm like, do you know other races kill other races? Their same race.
All the time.
Asians
All
kill
the time.
Asians.
All the
Whites
time.
kill whites. Japanese
Mexicans
kill
kill
Japanese.
Mexicans.
Asians kill Asians. You got Asians getting some people.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So why is it we
It's
have
weird.
to? Why we
It's
gotta
weird.
like get our shit in order before we can protest cops killing us? Y'all
Asian
need to
on
get
Asian
your
crime.
shit-
I don't know.
That
Wait,
man.
wait a second. So
That's the
everybody
system.
else don't gotta worry about they own people killing, but we gotta shut the fuck up. Y'all need 0 black on black crimes before y'all can talk about anything else. Like what? That makes no sense, bro.
It doesn't make any sense, man.
You kill who you're around, your surroundings.
Coming up
If you
with
live in a
things.
black neighborhood, you're probably gonna kill a black person. If you live in an all white
Right.
neighborhood, you're probably gonna kill a white person. You know, it's like, but black on black crime, bro. And I know people who I know, friends or associates who I have conversations that would throw that around, like, yeah, but like they always complain about that, but then black on black crime, like they kill each other. I'm just like, oh, you're ignorant too. Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
And I mean, it also does go down to media. So what Wick said, I think that's what it ultimately goes down to. They're covering. I mean, when you get on the news, but then like you see in LA all the time too, like Mexican crimes, Asian crimes, because like it's such a densely populated city. But when those get coverage, it's like I wonder what they say. Oh, it's just probably a double homicide.
They don't put the title.
No one uses
They don't put
black on
Asian
black
or
crime
Asian.
anymore.
Huh?
When do they use black on black crime? Is that going to be on the headline?
Every argument.
They used to, right?
No,
I mean,
they
it wasn't
still
sensitive.
use it. Whenever there's an unarmed black person killed, you can look right now. As soon as it's our
See, I don't watch the news, so
I don't
it's
watch
gonna
the
be hard
news,
to-
but I'm saying like on social media, you will find a topic or an argument where you will. I promise you will see this. Whenever people start to argue about police killings, you're gonna see someone go in there and say, "Yeah, but Chicago's black on black crime rate was 60%.
It's always
last week."
Chicago.
Or Detroit's but the black on black crime rate in the United States is 82%. How about you guys worry about that before you start protesting? And I'm like, the fact that your argument is ignorant. Like,
I mean, for the record, Chicago is pretty bad with their gun laws, and they still do have, but it's not as bad as the media portrays it out to be.
no, let's say it's the worst. How is that a counter argument for a cop, unarmed cop shooting a black person? Why is that the counter argument?
It's not. It's not.
Those
two are
separate
completely
issue.
separate worlds.
Yeah, they're separate issues.
One person
But
is
it's
sworn
convenient.
to
It's just
protect.
convenient. That's argument's sake.
Yeah.
That's just it.
But I'm like,
it's convenient in arguments.
you know what I say when people give me my black on black crime stats? I'm like, can you give me the rest stats? Can you give me the white on white crime stats? I need to know those.
Oh, bro, it's
I don't know.
crazy.
Can you give me the Asian on Asian? Can you give me all of them? Oh, you don't know those. Oh, you just know the black on black.
Because you know,
Gotcha.
you got to count the cases where there's multiple deaths, like school shootings.
Oh no, but that's the funny part. Every mass
They're
shooting
considered
is a white person.
mentally ill.
Yet
Done
they
a
don't
white
carry.
person.
They don't carry that baggage like black on black crime.
No.
A
mentally
gangbanger
ill.
could kill a gangbanger, and that's black on black crime instead of just being a gang violence. Whereas a white dude can go into church, a movie theater, an elementary school, a hospital, and blam hundreds of people, and that's an isolated incident.
And at that time, they blame the gun.
And they blame the gun.
At that point, they start
we gotta
blaming
get
the
rid of
gun.
guns now.
They don't blame the person. They're like,
so
let's
right.
get the guns
He is
out.
so
Let's
right.
get them out.
He is so
not,
right.
Not the person.
We know
The
this.
person, the person had their. You know, when they do studies on these people and do the autopsies, they have very well documented articles or just paperwork against these people that they're very troubled people, and somehow they were still able to get guns.
Yeah, that's right. That's a perfect point, though. They
But
blame
then,
the gun
but then
when it's
again,
mass
like
shooting.
getting through a background check, anybody can get through that.
Oh yeah, you can get a gun. Big five, bro. Right?
There's so many people out there with records that have gone through, that have gotten guns and passed background checks. Is insane. It is insane.
Well,
but
go ahead.
When white people do that, like they don't take accountability
No, it's the
with
gun,
the
bro.
person. It's like, okay, we shot up the one school. Like
Las Vegas.
Fuck, man. Las Vegas.
Country concert. Blamming out the window at anybody.
Oh my god! At a fucking festival.
And you know what they said?
Las Vegas, the YouTube one.
YouTube.
The one that was at YouTube headquarters, Sandy Hook, some of the other schools.
You know what they said?
All the other schools that was
the gay club in Orlando. I don't know if that was
right. There's too many to count, honestly. But you don't hear about that anymore because the media puts a light on it and then just move it away.
But when Lil Ray Ray kills Pookie on the corner, they drag that shit for 6 months. talk about black on black crime. Like,
right.
Yeah,
and
but
it's funny how they don't consider that terrorists.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's
oh my god.
What do they call it? It's not domestic terrorism would be.
It's not domestic terrorism. It was like
an isolated event, isolated shooting.
Is it random act of violence or something like that?
Random act of violence. But
is that what they label it?
Yeah, that's what they labeled it as that, or that's what I think they labeled it as.
But Wiggs made
I haven't really heard
point,
another
though.
term.
You made a good point. When it's mass shootings, we need to change gun laws. We need to change this. But when it's gang member or somebody, some gang, some Crips and Bloods, now that's a whole black. We all need to.
And then that's when they tie it into that, like, it's easy to get a gun, and then that's when they bring on, look at these crime statistics, black on black, no white on white, no, they completely get rid of that whole mass shooting situation that just happened, and they're like,
yes, so
yeah, guns. When are we gonna get them out of there? You know, it's like,
yeah. So like you said,
but there's
it
so
makes
many
no
interests.
sense.
Right.
But they play it so smooth with the media, and they just play into everybody's hearts and feelings at that time.
Oh, of course.
Because they rush out those agendas so quick.
Right.
So quick.
Yeah.
There's so many interests involved, like in so many industries that control the media. So like when something happens and they need to kind of warp it a little bit or bend it a little bit to kind of make something else look better. I feel like that's
for sure.
That's where it comes. That's where it comes from, man.
Like,
people in power are just doing this, man, and there's nothing.
Like I say, I don't think it's a coincidence that when people started protesting against COVID, now we're back to black, white cop, black this, unarmed. Hope this case goes to trial. And we're just all on it now. New video, new angle. Here's another angle. Apparently he was stealing, and they just drag this story out, and now that creates division within the community. And now we have these talks. This talk, we haven't had this talk in a while, but this talk comes back up.
I don't think we have had this talk since. We've had it before.
We've had these. Unfortunately,
it was like maybe like 20 something episodes ago. But
normally we just having a good time. We don't really be deep diving.
Yeah.
But it's just you brought up a point about the psychology, and it's just something that I feel like, even though we don't want to bring it up every episode, unfortunately, because it happens every week, it is good maybe once a month to kind of bring
this up
on
and have a serious topic about this.
Yeah,
I just go story by story, man. If I see something that looks a little crazy, like you said, it's just convenient. And the fact that the Ahmaud Arbery and all this shit was just happening all at once. We got the commencement speech, so yeah, it just makes sense.
And I don't think it's a coincidence that Tekashi 6ix9ine got released and is trolling the fucking world right now. And now he had to move 2 times apparently, but he broke 11 million streams on you. Like I wouldn't talk to that dude like how Snoop and them are talking to him. Everything he does is being monitored. I just want people to know that. Like, I'm not even from the streets. Everything he does, if you are texting him death threats, like I see people talking about, somebody need to do something to him. I'm like, all y'all doing is just setting yourself. Like, he clearly
y'all are just self-incriminating.
Yeah, like why would you give him?
You guys are self-incriminating at that point,
bro. That's what's
you guys need to stop.
I see Snoop Dogg. I see all these other OGs like writing these paragraphs about how he a snitch and how I'm like, why are you talking about this?
It's like we already know. It's no point in calling.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose.
There's no benefit for anybody in that anymore. Actually, there was a benefit to begin with.
Was that?
But I mean, it's not really clout chasing anymore.
Oh, clout chasing.
No, Snoop Dogg trying to ride the clout wave, bro.
I think Snoop Dogg is generally. I think he's genuinely mad or frustrated at the fact that he's able to, reach all this or pull all this clout with him.
I think Snoop's
So,
when
old
he has
school.
such a tarnished name.
I think Snoop's old school, and he's just handling
Exactly.
He doesn't understand how he doesn't understand this science that Tekashi's like. He is purposely calling out whoever's name. Meek Mill was responding to him for a minute. He got Meek to talk. He got Snoop to talk. He's gonna get somebody else to talk, and it's just like y'all talking about him. And like you said, you made a good point pre-production. You're like, who was saying that? 50. You said what 50? What were you saying?
50 said that the interviewer asked him, "Do you think Tekashi gonna blow up again?" 50's like 100%. I believe it. I know music. He's gonna blow up. I think he's gonna blow up. Yeah, he was almost on his side about it. He was like, the real dudes that go by the street codes. They're the ones that just like, nah, I'm not fucking with it, man. He snitched. He a rat. That's it. Done deal. But what 50 said that was interesting is his target audience is middle America. You know, people that want to hear a soundtrack going to the store or going to the gym. You know what I mean? They don't live by the street code
at all.
No.
So these dudes that do live by the street codes are not supporting him, but those are a drop in the bucket compared to the mass of America worldwide that are gonna fuck with him.
Exactly. So
and he's already come out with a song, and my homie from last night was blasting that shit. I'm like, bro, you blasting that
Tekashi?
Yeah.
He's like, bro,
it's catchy. It's catchy.
He gon' pop. And I was like, all right, shit. Let's fucking go to some Tekashi. I don't know.
I mean, it is catchy. I'm not gonna lie. You can't deny it. It is.
But
it's pretty catchy.
We have to look in the mirror ourselves then, because it's like none of us are street, right? So why are we sitting here? But why are we sitting here like, yo, he snitched, I ain't fucking with him? We ain't from the streets.
No, actually, after when more shit came out, I didn't know they was fucking on this girl kidnap. I didn't know all that shit. Hell yeah, I would fucking snitch. Like Wig said last episode, that's retaliation. At that point, you gonna get me, I'm gonna get you.
Right.
I'm gonna get you.
He's owning it now, though. But yeah, I know there's so many people like us who aren't from the streets, but for some reason, like they feel like, nah, bro, no snitch. I'm like,
yeah, I get you.
Like all those memes that you see online, like the white kids with.
If he wasn't the type of dude that just suck my dick, suck my balls, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, and then he snitches. If he was just a normal dude, you know what I mean, was a hard rapper, blah blah blah, and then he snitched, I think it would have been a different story. But I think people wanted to see him fail. And people want to talk shit about him because people love to hate things. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's fun for people to hate.
They need a public enemy. Everybody needs a villain to.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think he's a industry plant, as they call him. And
100%.
And those stream farms, like you can't even judge those numbers. Those numbers could be manipulated. Like I know people have to know that 11 million views, 2 billion in his Instagram. That can all be paid for. That can all be generated at the simple click of a code. You could turn it from 2 to 2 million. Like it's not hard.
Yeah.
People base it.
But I also wouldn't.
Oh, go ahead.
I also wouldn't count out people to just tune into something. Just something very grand like that. Like when Tekashi first came home and when he first went on live, that was a big deal.
It was.
That was a big deal.
Why was that a big deal?
That was the first time.
Why was that a big deal?
He broke the record? Was 2 million the record online?
He was. No, he said him going online was a big deal. Not the record, but why was him going online a big deal?
The record was. Nah.
Why would you think? Why would you think Tekashi going online? He's only been big for 2 years. He's only been in the industry for maybe 2. Why would him coming home be big?
Because he was pretty much the first public figure that really ratted somebody out and
came back
and was so braggadocious about it,
Yeah, seriously though.
So braggadocious about it.
The same exact person, like he didn't learn shit.
Yeah. Like, so I can see how you get those numbers, and honestly, those numbers when I take a look back at it, the Nelly versus Ludacris, they did 500K.
500K.
Easy. And so, and that was for something
two legends
that happens on a weekly basis. Or how does it happen? When did they put those up?
They just book whenever they book it. They set a date, so it's not a set weekly. It's just whenever they can.
So it's
get
like
the next one. They book.
Yeah. Well, let's say on a monthly basis. Let's say on a monthly basis.
Right.
Maybe bi-weekly basis, because just 2 weeks ago we had Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
They went back to back. Yeah, they had Jill Scott, and then the next week was Nelly. But normally, is literally based off of they make the phone call. When do you have time? When you have time, this is the date, and then they set it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. They did 500K easy, and that's all something they do. Let's say, weekly by weekly.
Right.
It's whatever time brand. They do that.
Right.
That's just
Tekashi getting out that he was doing promotion for a long time. Well, not a long time, but everybody was keeping out. They were monitoring that.
Yeah, they were.
What Tekashi was doing, and honestly, those numbers, I feel like they were legit.
Well, I think Jalen made a good point. I think they legit. I mean, I don't believe numbers
for the most part.
I don't believe any
they're
numbers.
Legit. There's obviously some fakes in there.
Yeah,
but
that's why I don't even base our growth off of our numbers. I base our growth off how we deliver our shit and how we feel about it, because the numbers are the numbers. Right. But I will say that him doing that 2 million, what was I gonna say? Him doing that 2 million coming out on the live. And Nelly and Ludacris only did what, 500K. I think Teddy.
Right. You said two legends.
Oh, damn! I forgot what fucking point I was gonna make. I was trying to talk through it.
I don't think any of the views have gone past the numbers that Tekashi did.
No, nobody. I think Tory Lanez had the most, and Tekashi broke that. Tory Lanez had the most, but he had butt naked bitches twerking.
He was the same exact person, though. He was just.
Fuck. What was that?
It was the same old. He got his hair re-dyed too.
That man. I mean, I would have liked to see him really just try to turn his life around, but as soon as he got on live, look at this. If you ain't got this watch, you can't talk to me. You a little boy, I'll kiss you on your forehead.
Right. He's like, you little boy. She's in your fucking forehead. You a little boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dude that actually did that, I was hoping Tekashi would be a prime example. The dude from what was the dude that's just everywhere, just running rampant on fucking social media? Boom. Remember Boom Gang?
Oh yeah.
Boom Gang, nigga, boom. He was just crazy, going to stores, stealing shit,
robbing shit.
Right. He actually turned around and he's different. He goes by his real name now, and he's telling, hey guys.
What was his real name again? It's like
it was something. It was
something that we wouldn't even be able to guess, huh?
Yeah, it was something. But I felt it, bro. Like when he was talking, he was like, "Listen, I'm turning over a new leaf. You guys need to believe me on this. It was a rough patch in my life. I understand that, using that platform was abusing it. But I was like, yo, if Tekashi would have done that, that would have been crazy. But he would not be popping like he is now. He needs to stay this way if he wants to be relevant.
You never know, because
you never know. People could have.
We didn't know what we were expecting when we were going into that IG live when Tekashi first went up, coming back. So he could have done the same thing, but he decided to keep being braggadocious. He keep flexing.
He's
That's kind of funny, though.
Like we said with the media, he's playing it. It's strategic. He's gonna get a lot of people locked up and arrested, and all these dumb motherfuckers who keep talking to him, and I bet it's some dumb motherfuckers sending him death threats in his DM, and he's just passing it right over to the FBI. Like, here you go, man. Here goes some guys. Yep. Like, please.
It's
chill on the couch and shit.
It's sad that you think that a lot of people wouldn't be dragged into that bait, but there's a lot of people that will be baited by that.
Yes,
it's funny.
Like he be FaceTime like, what's up, nigga? Fans like right there. He's like, yeah, come through. Hey, what's up? Hey, come through. 3330 South Avenue. You like, you got that?
Yeah.
You ain't got no guns. You ain't got no guns. And like, they're like, is his name Jermaine Harris? Yeah, he has warrants. He's not supposed to have guns. He'd be like, show me your guns then. What's up, bro? Like, okay, cool.
We got a laptop right there running his record.
When you're working with the feds, they give you everything. They give you everything when you work with the feds, man.
This how the feds pick up when they call Tekashi phone. They do like in the movies. They be like,
and then they're sitting out in the van outside, and the cleaner, they're like, come on, it's like
keep talking for 5 more minutes. We got a location. He's at the cross street of
triangulating. Now, Queen.
They're in the Stanley Steamer van.
The
Stanley Steamer's carpet cleaner van outside.
Tekashi got a Stanley Steamer van in his house.
And just
they're like,
working.
Okay, yeah, and Yeah, you're good.
You're good. You're
Go
good.
ahead and start
We're
now.
tapped. We're tapped in.
Oh my god, man.
That's hilarious, man. Yeah, I mean,
2020.
one last question I want, for me at least. Why is 2016 considered the best year? Like,
I think that was just
you
a
guys
time
will
where
see those
everybody.
memes?
Yeah, everybody's been saying 2016 is, but that's just a
Like,
general area.
Back, right? Like, take me back 2016.
That's
Like,
interesting.
why though? What is it about 2016?
What happened in 2016? I don't know.
But I kind of feel it too. For some reason, when I see stupid memes like that from time to time, I'm like, damn, yeah, 2016. For some reason, it felt like it was a good year.
I gotta check my camera roll. See what's going on. 2020.
What is it about 2016? I mean, do you get that feeling, Jullian? Like, when you hear about 2016, people being nostalgic about it, is there anything specifically that you think back that you're just like, damn, hold up, man?
I mean, 2016, I started my job I'm at now. I was making more money, so I mean, that was good. I started making more money.
But nothing like.
Did I travel I didn't really travel in 2016.
All right, so just think of 2016. Think of 2016 as a vibe. You fucking with the vibe? Is it something?
That's
honestly,
tough to say because nothing.
That might have some truth to it. That might have some truth to it. 2016 was a good year.
2018
I'm
was
looking
my
at
vibe.
my camera roll. Looking at my camera roll, I was at Comic-Con, MTV Fan Fest. The Switch was still up. That was in its prime still.
Yeah,
that was in its prime.
2018 gives
I
me
was still
that
going
feeling.
to.
You know what it is?
Raves?
You know what it is? I think that when you think back, these are people that obviously are in their 20s, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they think 2016 was just maybe a simpler times, maybe, you know, just like
I was
never
definitely
at that age.
Well, I know the feeling you're talking
hectic.
about, and I get that for 2018. I can't explain it. Like you say, it's a vibe. I feel that for 2018. Like when I think of 2018 for some reason, it feels great. And you know what? Now I think about it, it could have been because I got married that year. So maybe that's why I feel that way. But 2018,
you know what?
I got married in 2018. So maybe that's why I felt that way. But I mean, 2018 for some reason, the whole entire year. That's when I won the Ellen show.
Year, right?
I won the trips.
Yeah.
I hit the jackpot at the casino. Won $4,000. The wedding. So 2018 was like my lit year, bro.
Right. So your 2016 was 2018.
Yeah, take me back to 2018, boy. I couldn't miss. I won a free TV from my job.
That was our hot girl summer.
Yeah, hot boy summer. Huh?
Hot boy summer right there.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I wanted to say too. We went to off this Takashi shit. We went to Bianca and I went to Mission Beach Saturday, and we walked the sand, kept our distance. But the crazy part was, you know, the main entrance where the roller coaster was. That shit looked like a normal day, bro. It was packed, bro.
Was it?
Packed. And I'm not trying to start nothing, but it was 92% white people. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Motherfuckers need to stay home. Stay home.
It looked like no mask. You saw no mask, and you saw hundreds of people in that little park. You know where you get off the freeway and you
it kind of opens up. Like
open, packed. And the parking lot was full. I thought they roped off most of the parking lots, but that one parking lot right there in that main entrance was cars. It was lights, music, people.
No way, that's crazy.
I'll be yelling at white people on the freeway today. It was telling them to stay home, stay the ass home.
Yeah.
I work on off Mission Bay, and I have to drive down the bay. And there's literally maybe 5 or 6 parking lots. Mm-hmm. And each parking lot it can have either 1 or 2 entrances. Mm-hmm. And they literally taped it off. Yeah. And they have 2 police officers at each one, or meter maids. Yeah. They have 2 meter maids, or just people that aren't police officers but are forces that they can expand out to stand guard. But they literally have people guarding each entrance. So this is probably it's crazy that down by the beach they're open. Your people are parking there.
Just that one spot.
You're supposed to walk. You're not supposed to chill anymore.
Yeah, just that one spot.
Blocking the parking spots will prevent that. It'll deter people from chilling. Yeah.
No, they did though. They blocked majority of the Mission Beach parking lots. It's yellow taped off, but one little pocket, it was cars and it was people. And even on the beach, they're apparently it's a known thing that it's going to be patrol. But as it gets later at the beach and they know the patrols, people set up and just hang out and fuck the social distance.
That's risky though. You're gonna get a fat ticket.
It's crazy. Yeah, we just kept it moving. We was looking at the blue waves. We just walked it back and forth. It was nice to just get out, get a little normal feeling just being at the beach. Right. We parked across the street, regular street parking, no issues. Walked over. Yeah. to the beach and shit. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, we see the videos online, like, oh, over here in Florida. I'm like, no, that shit happening right here in San Diego.
This shit happening everywhere.
Right. We talking about Newport Beach, right here in Mission Valley.
Right here in Mission Valley.
That's funny, man.
What else we got? We start.
That's it for me, man.
Well,
That was it for me.
I mean, we have the
random
Hornets,
shit.
but I'm not really.
The Hornets, yeah, whatever. COVID. We like we say, we don't do updates because it changes every minute. They're opening shit, they're closing shit, they're opening shit, they're closing shit. There's your COVID news.
Yeah, it's on a day-to-day basis. It's so hard to keep up with.
I really don't know the latest because I haven't looked this morning.
Because I heard. All right, here's the latest that I have heard: how restaurants are at limited capacity to letting people sit in, right, dine in. I don't know if that stopped, but have you all been seeing about the COVID surcharge that you're charging people now?
Oh my god,
charging people $1 for coming in and dining in. It's like an additional thing. I kind of get it. I mean, it's an essential thing. It's almost like a hazard pay. So I get it. You're serving these people. $1 is not going to kill you. It's going to help the company, the business. I'm for it. But I know a lot of people that already hate tipping. They're not going to. They thinking it's free money. But I'm like, dude, you're going into this establishment and people are exposing themselves, even though you don't have it. You know what I mean? Like, you could. They don't know that. So that's what you're paying.
I don't know about that.
How do you feel about that surcharge? That's definitely a controversial one, actually. I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
not. Talking about it now.
I don't feel like it's an essential surcharge because I can enjoy your food and not dine in your restaurant. There's nothing essential.
Okay, but the people that are choosing to obviously.
So if you choose to dine in, then eat that surcharge.
Because they're allowed. Some restaurants are allowing limited capacity for people to sit in.
Sure. If you just need to sit in a resturant, then pay the surcharge. I don't feel that need.
Right. People are uproaring about it though. They're like, "What?
Stay your ass home.
Surcharge?
Stay home.
Stay your ass home then, right?" That's what I'm saying. All right, that's good. I think you're on the same page about that. What do you think about wigs? Like, are you against it? Do you think they're taking advantage of you, taking that $1, or do you think it's well within their rights? Like,
it's well within their rights because we're putting their. Well, yeah, we could choose to just take out, just order out.
But some people want that experience, and it comes at a cost.
Then pay,
if you want to kind of have that old nostalgic sitting down, you got to pay that surcharge, baby.
Pay it.
It's like, damn, it's like we're paying the cover charge for the clubs again. Except this time we just going to eat.
Yep, you got to pay.
Just going to eat now.
Now I am worried. I am worried of what this can become because they're gonna start off with $1, and before you know it, it's gonna be the new tax.
20.
It's gonna be a COVID tax now to go into anywhere.
Yep.
So now you're gonna buy milk.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be like a cover charge. It's gonna be like, hey, come on, let's make it in before 12 before they start charging for the COVID.
Well, you're gonna go get milk for $2.99, and then when you scan it, it's gonna be a $5 COVID charge because you risked your life to go into the store. They're risking their lives. So now you got to pay $8 for milk.
That would work. That's not going to happen anytime soon. The only way that would happen is if we had to live with this and there was nothing going to be changing. There was no cure for it. That's when they would be like, listen, there's no curing this shit. We have to live with this. So we have to have parameters. We have to make it fair for people who have to be extra exposed or shit. I feel like that's the only way that would work is if this was going to be a permanent thing. But if this is going to be, expunged and we're going to get rid of it, I mean, there's going to be no use, obviously, for no COVID charge because we don't. It would be like that for the flu, right? Like a flu.
Well, we're not even gonna get into the because come on, man. The last thing I would say, because that you're right, it should be like the flu, but why isn't it? Whatever. The last thing I'm gonna say is two things. Is one, people, it's okay to believe good news. I had reposted this meme on the podcast page. The news got people afraid to believe in good news. Like if you tell somebody now the numbers are down, nah, no, it's not. Like people only want to believe bad news now. Oh, the curve is flattening. Nah, they just saying that. Like people are so scared that they don't believe any good news. You have to believe good news.
Right.
If you're so willing to believe the bad news, please be willing to believe the good news, or you're gonna drive yourself crazy,
right.
And we're never gonna get out.
And you're gonna drive everybody else insane too.
Crazy. Like I don't understand it. I mean, that's another psychological thing from the media that these people who watched and followed this shit for so much, they're so spooked out that now if you say anything like, "Oh, it's cool to go outside, the curve is flattening, it's getting safe,"
you're like, no
way. I'm waiting on the vaccine. Which
that's true. I haven't seen it. You're right, man. People is the first to just like ridicule people.
Yeah.
Like for doing things, they're quick to just like snap.
Go in the house.
Like, no, like any good news, right? Like, oh, we're gonna, like,
Open up.
this is opening up. I see what you mean. They're like, oh, fucking idiots. People are gonna.
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's
man.
their first reaction. Like,
I can
what a
understand
bunch of
it, but I can understand both sides, man. You want to stay inside, right? That's how we're gonna lower the curve. And going outside is what exposes you, and it raises the curve. But at the same time, like, if you're within your proximity, you're a reasonable proximity of other people, and you're being responsible. Like, there are like other countries that have not had COVID for a long time. Like I think it was Indonesia. They haven't had any new cases of COVID since like March or some shit. But the fact that they're fucking just using common sense, you know what I mean? They're not having new cases.
But you know what people would say to that? They're not reporting them. They're just not reporting them. That's why. That's good news, right? But those people would say they're not. Those foreign countries don't report because they don't want their numbers up. That's what they're saying. No, that's what they're saying. I'm telling you.
Man, now what? Damn
That's what I'm saying.
It's fucking the right answer, man. Fuck it. Just shut the fuck
up. Because I find it funny. Yeah. I was telling. I don't know if I'd be having these conversations with myself when I'm running or like I'd actually talk to people. But I was like, I find it funny that you look at someone like me who, when I go running, I don't wear a mask, right? Because I just think that's
right.
stupid.
I don't believe in that either,
I
man.
think that's dumb, but people think you should have one. But I'm like, wait, so you're going to judge me. I'm actually doing something natural to build my immune system. I'm getting vitamin D from the sun. I'm trying to be healthy. But because the media said you could put a sock over your face, now you think you're more safe. You're being more proactive and safe than I am? Because you got a non-N95 mask that you could blow a candle out on your face?
It's so funny you brought that up, bro, because I seen a dude on the news with a fucking bandana over his face.
So he's better than me now.
Exactly. And dude, so this is what I fucking hate the most, because I don't believe in the mask 100%. I think the mask is fucking stupid.
Same.
If you're gonna get it, you're gonna fucking get it. And I went into my job and I just wasn't wearing a mask. I was like, bro, I wear this shit all fucking day. It affects my job because it puts pressure in the back of my ears and it affects that shit, right? And then on top of that, some dude made a good point on the news. This is a microscopic virus.
Right.
Do you think the mask is going to block that? And the fact that people are always fidgeting with it, especially the fabric ones that aren't doing anything. So people are fidgeting with it, touching different surfaces. So now you're exposed on your face.
And it's stuck.
Breathing that shit in.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know how I haven't gotten sick. You know what I mean? Because when I put it on, I don't touch. I try to touch the part of the mask that's not near my nose.
Yeah,
I will touch the bottom of it, and I will adjust it from the bottom. So, but a lot of people already know I'm 100% protected now. Let me put this mask on, and now they're touching the mask, bro.
Yeah.
You really think a microscopic virus is going to get filtered out by a mask? Even like a really good mask. I mean, you're going to have more filtration, but not a lot. The normal people don't have those masks. So I went into work. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask. And then it went up. This lady from another department was like, "Where's your mask?" Like, that's stupid. I was like, I'm not wearing it. And she's like, "Oh, okay." Left. Told my director. My director straight up said, "If you don't wear your mask, you're going home." And I was like, "Oh my god!" So you're telling me I gotta expose myself more to make other people feel more safe,
comfortable? Yeah, it's really about feeling.
To appease you and to appease the image of the company.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it's an image. It's not a medical thing. Yeah. It's not really helping anybody. So that's what pisses me off. It's like, sure, we can do this.
Using it wrong.
Yeah, we can do this to make each other feel comfortable, but don't stick your chest out thinking you're actually medically safe and then looking at me because I'm not using it. Like, let's just agree that this is all bullshit, but this makes people feel a tad bit safe to go outside. But none of this shit is gonna help you. But that's
it's putting a blanket. It's putting a Band-Aid on the fucking bigger issue, and they're scuffling around trying to come up with answers. Mask. Yeah. Throw it out there. Yes.
Yeah. Any mask.
And really, when you think back, now the officials are talking back. The officials that at the beginning, the same officials that was giving press conferences at the White House are saying, you know what, we may have just jumped the gun. These masks are probably more detriment than anything.
Too late now. They're going to open it. I've been saying this every episode. They're going to open this country. I said June 1st, and it's looking like every day Restaurants opening, movie theaters opening, churches June 1st, bro. And if not June, July 1st, but I'm gonna stick with June 1st. It's gonna be wide open. Wear your funky ass mask and open this fucking.
Shit's gonna get fucked.
I caught it,
bro. They're talking about extending the additional 600 to December, bro.
Additional 600, what?
You know, for the unemployment.
For unemployment? What do you mean?
Unemployment.
Oh, for unemployment.
Oh, unemployment for money. Oh yeah. Hey,
yeah, so they're thinking but damn, that's a lot of money too.
They said this new stimulus.
I might have to quit my job.
They said this new stimulus.
People making 4 racks a month off unemployment.
I might have to quit my job.
They said this new stimulus is gonna have student loan forgiveness up to $10,000 with an extra to $100. I was like, bro, if they take my student loan out,
yes.
Fuck the $1,200. You take that student loan out, bro. I'm house shopping this year, bro.
I mean, I don't got any student loans, but for the people out there, I feel for them.
I got a funky
$7,000. I understand. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense though on an economic standpoint. People still owe this money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 2 companies, and I get it. That forgiveness is leaving other people. But fuck it, I'm gonna be fucking selfish, bro. Take that shit away.
Yes, please.
Oh, me.
Allow me to stimulate my economy, please. Yeah. Take my debt away.
Please.
Yeah.
Because I'm stimulating the motherfucking shit, bro. Exactly. You want me to stimulate the economy? Take my debt away
so I can spend money. I'm trying to do my part. Right now.
I mean, that makes sense. So, fuck these companies, bro.
My man's would have his computer right now.
Right? Shit. Yeah, please.
So, I mean, they're not taking advantage. It is a system, but it's a flawed system, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
you got to get it.
Motherfuckers are barely
perfect. Especially ours. Ours is the farthest from perfect.
So that's our COVID take. One random thing: NFL is slowly opening their facilities with a certain amount of percentage people in the building, but I'd also predicted that September 7th, Thursday night, there will be a kickoff for the NFL. I believe that 100% in my heart, and they are on track to do that as well. I think
I'll start watching football. I'm not lying, bro. If football comes back online, bro, I'm watching football.
I'll watch it.
I think I kind of figured out the direction of what's going on right now. I'm not gonna say I figured out exactly, but I kind of got an idea of how this is gonna play out.
Let me hear it.
I already told you.
Right.
Once that first bill went through and the Republicans got their loophole money and they gave us a little funky $1,200 and all those companies got bailed out that was doing bad, they all got their money and they got to pay whoever they want to pay. And once that went through, okay, now it's time to reel this virus back. We wanted to panic them to vote for whatever. Because that's how they do it. Any law that people go against, they make something bad happen to where everybody's like, please, just yes, $1,200. I'm unemployed. Yes, let's vote for that. Now that's got through. All the corrupt people got all their money. All right, let's reel this shit in now. Yo, it's over. It's over now. All right, hey guys, hey, any mask, not N95, any mask. Hey, it's not that bad. Oh, the summer, it's gonna heat it up. We can go outside 6 feet. It's okay. It's not bad. Let's open the country back up.
Here's what the last thing I want on this. You know what this is? This is the generation that the kids that are going to school right now. This is the equivalent to our forest fires, our fires, but theirs is just extended towards infinity. You know, we had the week off. Everyone had the week off. Everyone from school was talking about that one time when they got to take off from school.
Oh,
this is gonna be that one time for students now. Where it was like, yo, damn, man, that one time we got to take off a full year.
Whole 12 months.
They going to school for the whole fucking year, and it looks like it's gonna be till December, right?
Imagine they are. They're in talks of that too. They are in talks of. They're in talks of everything. Like I say, everything is officially on the table. They're doing
actually online schools, right?
Yeah,
they're doing online classes. Oh fuck, never mind.
Now, yeah,
no, they're still.
They switched online.
They never was out. They just weren't in the building, so they were still getting curriculum and shit. But yeah, that's
never mind. And they're working around it. I don't know if that's high schools though. I know college.
No, yeah, that's high schools are doing it too.
Yeah, high schools, elementary schools. Little kids are getting little packets. They're doing Zoom meetings like.
Oh shit! This is worse, man. Fuck that.
Dude, it sucks for the teachers that got to deal with them little rowdy ass kids
trying to keep their attention online, bro.
Oh my god!
Good luck. They done found out tricks to mute the mics.
I feel
and
for
shit,
him.
like-
I feel
All
for
these
him.
kids are doing stupid shit online too. Like, all right, at 12 o'clock,
Right.
everyone go off on the thing and then turn your screen off. And I've seen one where I think the mom knew about it, and then all the screens were off except for one kid. And then you can hear the mom in the back. There's still the audio, and the mom was like, "Turn the screen on," and then he's like, "What?" Oh, and he turns the screen on, and then you can see him just like,
Why is my
Fuck.
dog barking? Anyway.
"Man, that was it."
Yeah, so all right, cool.
Yeah.
That was a great show. I felt good about the show. Oh,
I felt.
we're forgetting
Listener's choice.
No. Listener's choice comes afterwards. But a serious note, rest in peace to Fred
Yes,
Willard. So
Fred Willard.
you might not know his name because I didn't know his name, but I knew his face once I saw, and I was like, okay, so you might know him as Buck Laughlin. As a show as Buck Laughlin, A Mighty Win, as a show in Buck Laughlin, A Mighty Win is Mike LaFontaine. I'm looking at my own notes like, what the fuck is going on right now? I'm sorry. Okay. He was in the movie Best in Show as Buck Laughlin.
Mm-hmm.
He was in A Mighty Win as Mike LaFontaine. He was Ed Harkin from Anchorman and Dr. Willoughby from Harold and Kumar Goes to White Castles. Now, that might be the main stuff you know him for.
Yes, I'm sorry.
What I knew him from, because I'm black, was he was on the Wayans Brothers. He was on Sister Sisters.
Yes.
He was on the Hugh Show. He was on Austin Powers. He was on Family Matters. He was 50 Shades of Black. That 70 shows. He had guest appearances.
That
But he did a lot. He worked a lot
So
with
that's
the
why he's
Wayans
so
Brothers.
familiar.
Huh? That's why he's so familiar. How High. He was in How High. So when I saw his face, I was like, I know him from so many.
He was on the
like-
Boondocks too. He did voice acting for.
Oh, did he?
For the
Yeah,
Boondocks.
but that makes sense though, because he was all. I remember him as being the older white guy that was down for comedic roles that was just didn't seem to fit someone of his age.
Yeah.
Because he looks so distinguished, right?
Yeah, he's
he
like
looks
an
a
English
serious distinguished white guy,
London type
but he
of
does
dude.
silly roles like
Yeah,
in How High and.
Yeah.
I swear I've probably seen him in Soul Plane too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he in Soul Plane?
No, he wasn't in Soul Plane, but he did those type of movies, like very low budget,
Right,
black.
yeah.
movies.
You would think that he'd be in that movie though.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like the fact he
And
did
he
How
was
High is ridiculous.
Right. And he didn't mind doing roles with people that probably wouldn't, that doesn't look right. You know what I mean? It
He was
doesn't look
not
normal.
scared of black people, is what we're saying.
yeah.
It's
I know
quite,
that.
yeah.
So rest in peace to him, man. I mean, I believe he was 80.
Rest in
I think he
peace.
was 88, 89. So I mean, like we say, full life. But it's always it's always too soon, even if they're 100 and 110. But I mean, the guy, I was looking at his credits.
Guy lived
and
a long
he
life.
The credits are this long. He's done, like you
it
say,
just
voice
goes
acting.
down and
He's
down
done
and down.
anything you can think of from a cinematic point or from television, he's done it. And I was like, wow, that's another sad thing to add to the fucking 2020. Jeez.
Yeah. I mean, along with Ben Stiller's dad too.
Oh yeah.
Stiller, yeah. We didn't mention that
Yeah.
last week.
Stiller's dad as
Did
well.
that happen after our show? I thought we mentioned that.
What was that?
No.
Was that last week?
Because I want to say it was
last
probably
Yeah,
Andre
that
Harrell.
happened. No, this was this
Or
week.
he
I think
passed.
this was earlier this week.
Either way, but yeah, rest in peace. I thought that was last week, but yeah, rest in peace to Jerry Still. And I know him from Kings of Queens because that's where I knew him from.
Yeah,
He
Kings
was
of
the
Queens.
dad.
He was in a lot of comic movies with he had to been in with Stiller's movies, right?
Wasn't he like Meet the
Or-
Fockers maybe?
Meet the
Was he in that?
Fockers.
Yeah, Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, Meet the Fuckers, right?
He was in those shows.
Yeah.
Be the Fockers
But he
and a
was
couple other
It's
ones.
weird. Right. Yeah, it's weird too, because like when you think about them, they've always looked that old. So you always think they're gonna live for forever. You know what I mean? It's
like
you look
Samuel
the same from 10
Jackson,
years.
Morgan Freeman, and all those. Like,
He's just old.
if Morgan Freeman passes bro out of nowhere, I'll be like, what? That shit gonna fuck me up.
That shit's gonna.
That shit
It's
fuck me
gonna.
up.
Morgan.
That's gonna
I'll be
shake the world.
Morgan's supposed to live
Talking about
forever, man.
bro.
Freeman's
He's
supposed to live
always
forever.
been that older black wise actor in any movie. Like he's always been the one that I've actually respected for no like. I don't even know him like that. Like Seven, like we've all seen Seven, right? With Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Of course.
I thought he did a great job. So yeah, that's gonna hit hard.
Yep. So rest in peace to Fred Willard, and then also just randomly before we get out of here, they're talking the Scarface reboot with the director Luca Guadagnino. I tried to Google him.
I'm gonna have
He
to
did
look
a
that
lot
up.
of independent things. He hasn't done any
Luca.
movies that you would know. Luca Gouda, whatever. Anyway, just Scarface reboot may or may not be coming. I don't think I'd be interested in
I
it.
need to know who. The castings, I don't know, man. The casting could make or break.
I think they're still early in that. I think it's gonna fuck it up just because Scarface, because of how it was filmed with that grainy 70s film.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see Scarface in 4K. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what, man.
I like that Miami Vice Grand Theft Auto look.
Right.
That Grand Theft Auto Miami Vice Scarface look. Like, I like that shit. So who knows?
And then even if they try to do like an artistic director approach and try to make it like a modern grainy version, I don't even know if that would translate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they try to make it look somewhat dated.
Yeah, like a filter. Let's see.
Right.
Right, like a filter, right?
Yeah, so
I don't know.
That's just something we'll leave you with. If you made it this far, we fuck with you. If you didn't, fuck you. Episode 99. Thank you for joining us on episode 99. Shouts out to those. If you haven't
99.
already, follow us on WhoGotTheAux, no spaces, Instagram, Spotify, Apple. You can subscribe, YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the bing ring, Twitter, WGTAux, WhoGotTheAux.com, no spaces. Next week will be our 100th episode. I'm not even gonna say what we're gonna do because we're gonna try to plan something, but I don't want it to be stuck on record. So I'm not gonna say what we're gonna try to do. Something cool. Granted, we're limited. Obviously, we can't link up and do what we wanted to do, but we will try to do something. So be in touch for that. We'll be reaching out to listeners and sending. We'll be doing some shit. Like I said, I don't want to put that on record. But anyway, big milestone.
I want to take this time real quick. I do want to take time to if our listeners are sticking this far, bro, because I know this is a tough watch. You know what I mean? It's not the best product that we can come up with. So if y'all are still fucking with us, man, hey, my hat goes out to you, man. That's awesome.
For sure.
So I appreciate
We really greatly appreciate you.
Greatly appreciate
throughout this.
And we didn't say it at the beginning of the show, but if you didn't notice, we're gonna start doing listeners' choices at the end of the show because people just waited an hour and 50 to be like, when the fuck they gonna do my listeners' choice? So we are gonna be doing listeners' choice. The reason is YouTube is flagging us for music, so instead of doing it in the middle of our show, we have to edit. We're gonna do it at the end so we can do an easy cutoff for YouTube, but it still be on the audio on Apple and all that. So you'll still hear the listeners' choices on audio. You won't hear them on YouTube. So with that being said, we made this far, fuck with you. If you didn't, fuck you, blah blah blah. I said all that shit. Tune in next week for the 100th episode, big milestone. We can reflect on all that when we get there next week. Maybe y'all can start thinking about, I know Wiggs, you came on halfway through, but still, you reflect and where you where we gone, where we came, where you want to go, memories.
What episode?
What
episode did I come on?
It
had
was
to be like
60s.
60s.
I remember it was.
Wow, really?
I know the
maybe early 70s?
No, it was early 60s, I believe. Like 62, 63, I believe. I know the exact
one. That's crazy, man. But, you hit it, man.
No, he pretty much.
Gang.
Yeah, we in there.
We're going to jump Wigs in next week, make it official. Yeah. You got to be.
While social distancing. I don't know how we going to do that, but it's...
We're going to tell you to go you back on the drizzle. But anyway, join us next week, 100th episode. It's been real. Thank you for listening today. If you have anything you'd like to say, you can reach out, messages, text messages, DMs, however you want to do it. Until next time, peace. Suck a day.